So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal, because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Man, if you heard today or yesterday's show, I cannot believe that my wife fell off a ladder painting, and I was not there. It's okay. It's okay. She's all right with it, all right? I'm just saying. So the two C's that we run into all the time, clarity and confusion. One can eliminate the other. And I know a lot of folks end up in a lot of do you ever have a confusing day? You just get confused about stuff, what kind of decision to make? Happens to all of us all the time, but clarity will fix it. We'll talk about that a little bit today, give you an idea how to do that, a very interesting, simple idea that I think will resonate with you in a very deep way, and that's what I like to do. It is the daily boost from motivationtomove.com. It's where your real dreams hit real reality. It's the place where you want to create your life of impact, the passion, purpose, meaning, and legacy, whatever it happens to be for you. It's all of that. I mean, personally, come here real close. Okay, let me take a second here. And just for those of you just coming in for the first time, and those of you who listen to me and think, Scott, what are you actually doing here? And I've had people listen to me for years saying, what are you doing? Here's what it is. I want to get out of bed every single day and feel like I'm growing, feel like there's no no's in my life. There's just yeses in my life. I have the choice and the freedom to do whatever I want to do. And frankly, most of it's pretty boring, but I have the choice to do it. I have the choice and the ability to design my life and to do it responsibly, not to be, self-centered about it, but to decide that I have the choice to do it. And it's going to take a lot of work to get there. And I'm going to be confused. And I got to find clarity, and I got to create action plans, and I'm going to have to put the work in to do it. I want to do that till the day I die, because I know if I do, I'm going to leave an impact, and that's what I want to do. So if you ever wondered why I'm here, there it is. My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by today. Really appreciate you being here. It means something too, because you're listening. You're digging in. I know I'm not always the easiest guy to listen to. I don't want to be. I try to be the nice guy. I am a nice guy. If you meet me, I'm a real nice guy. I just can't take the BS. I just can't take the unicorn and rainbow thing. I like it. It feels great. I like to be happy and positive. I really, really do. Get together with me. We'll have a great time. But at the same time, if we have a real conversation, I'm going to eventually get down to getting stuff done, and I'm going to make the hard decisions, and I'm going to go very direct at you and tell you this is what we need to do. And you may not like it. But I've learned over time that anybody who ever did that with me, that finally got direct and said, this is what it needs to be, whether I liked it or not, in many cases, they were dead on right. So it might not be your cup of tea, and that's okay, because I am a cup of tea for a lot of people. So let's talk about clarity and confusion and how to eliminate that, or how to get it. Number one thing, if we go back to Stoicism, like we talked about on Monday, number one thing you need in your life to do anything before you do anything is clarity. I talk to a lot of people every single week, have all kinds of plans. And typically what's going on is they're confused. There's another C word. Well, no, we're using that, confusion, right? So they're confused. And they can't figure stuff out, just why they get on the call with me. And we start talking about it, and all I'm looking for is clarity. I don't care what it is. Doesn't matter to me. I just care they get it. It is so hard, but it is the number one thing. If you've heard take massive action, massive and perfect action in our world, that's the right thing to do. And sometimes you find your clarity by taking massive action in a state of confusion. We've all done it. We'll figure it out on the way. Pack your parachute on the way down. But number one in anything you do is clarity. And that's even number one before you want to seek out your why. When you have clarity for what you want, then the why becomes important to make sure you work hard to go get it. But if you don't have clarity, you're going to be lost. So always start there. But have you noticed that we live in a time where what you hear and see is not necessarily what's happening? As I say that after an election just happened, huh? Can't trust anybody or anything. You certainly can't trust the media. You can't trust most anything that's coming your way. I don't know if it's nefarious. I mean, I think a lot of it is, for sure. There's a lot of it's nefarious out there. But I also tend to think humans tend to figure out what works to get other people's attention, and they just kind of do it. I also think most of us don't question things, and most of us also aren't very good at communicating our own messaging to other people. So what do? We sit back and we just let people say whatever they say. We hear it. We see it. It's not necessarily what's going on. We get confused. It happens. And our attention span is shorter than ever. I don't know if it's 9 seconds or less like the goldfish. I don't know. Seems like it is, though. Social media, it's elevated attention grabbing to an Olympic sport. It overtakes clarity of message. All of this does. So one of the mentors that I followed over time, you may know him, Donald Miller, a gentleman who created a company called StoryBrand, wrote the book called StoryBrand, great stuff. He says, if you make somebody burn too many calories to understand you, they'll never understand you. And they'll move on to an easier choice. Let's say it again. If you make somebody burn too many calories to understand you, they will never understand you. And they'll move on to an easier choice. So that's what you're running into today with the world being crazy and all the stuff you hear and you're not believing that's happening, all that kind of stuff. Essentially what's happening, they're making it so simple that you just kind of hear it and you accept it for what it is. Let me say it one more time so you get this. If you make somebody burn too many calories to understand you, they will never understand you and they'll move on to an easier choice. So the first way to think about that is, okay, well, great. I need to make sure when I talk to somebody about myself or my business or my goals or my values or whatever it happens to be, maybe I met a girl and I want to marry her. She said, well, tell me about yourself. You don't want them to have to think too much about it. You want to so clearly understand yourself and how you communicate to somebody that there is no confusion about who you are. None. Plus, you want to do it for yourself. And like I said, a lot of folks when I talk to, the very first conversation we have is just about this. So when you sit down and before you even get outside of your own little realm into somebody else, you got to figure out, how do I understand myself without making myself think too much about it and burning too many darn calories? And calories obviously a metaphor for working too hard. One of the things I do often when I'm reviewing things, people will send this stuff to me because I work with them and I'll say, hey, write it down and send it to me. And I'm very organic. And understand when I say I'm organic, as a guy that's done this a long time now. If you send me your clarity statement about who you are, what your why is, what your goals are, if you send me all that stuff, your business plan, it doesn't matter what it is, there is a 50-50 chance that I will not even read it. I didn't say there's a 50-50 chance I wouldn't try to read it. There's a 50-50 chance I will not read it. what ends up happening is most people, when they communicate, they make me work so hard to figure out what they're saying. My brain shuts off and I just, and I get on the phone with them. I say, yeah, I didn't read it. Let's talk about it. If you make somebody burn too many calories to understand you, they will never understand you. They will move on to a different choice, a better choice, an easier choice. The same thing happens for you. So a long time ago, my son, Austin, he's an intelligent young man, works for Amazon these days. He was about 5 years old back then, though. He taught me a lesson about clarity, about not burning calories. Disney released a new movie. And like most kids, he wanted to see that movie. So excited about it. Couldn't stop talking about the movie. So one day I gave in. I said, okay, in a very adult way. All right, Austin, where are we going to see this movie today? And Austin didn't make me burn any calories whatsoever. He got right to the point and said, Dad, at a theater near you. That's what the commercial said. It's now playing this weekend at a theater near you. He didn't have to say anything else. I knew exactly what he was saying, and now it was up to Dad to figure out where that theater was, because that's a dad's job. That was correct for him. 5-year-old wisdom, answering in a very clear way, eliminated 100% confusion. He wanted to see this movie at a theater near you. It was up to me just to make that happen. Did my job. So when you answer the question that anybody asks you, don't create more questions. You just confuse yourself and everybody else. Be clear. Don't burn those calories. Get clarity. Eliminate confusion just by being clear in everything you do. Try that today a couple of times and see if you're getting through. And I'll see you Monday.
Keep moving, gotta get